Hey, it's Dirk the Boat Doctor. Yeah, I've had this boat out, but I had 3 dang good videos on it too. Really made me mad because they were really good. But anyway, it said format disc and I didn't wipe them all out. So anyway, I'll go through this whole boat for you, but it's not going to be in the water because there is some little trick I like to show a person on the water, especially on the, now these are mechanical here, these ain't DEC, so I don't have to worry about that. So what I'm going to do first off, I'm going to turn these electronics on and look at that winch. When you talk about a winch, that sucker could hold some chain and rope, and that's a heavy duty motor. That's the way to go, and especially a spool, because your rope, if you do a drop box, it pulls up and then locks it up and it won't pull anymore. He's got the tilt down anchor system, got the cleat up front. That's done perfect. This is the 9.6 foot beam, 9 foot bottom. You can tell it's a wide model, and I think it's a 160 gallon tank, 166 on that. So while I do this, I'm going to check, see batteries ain't on. So we'll go back here. There's a fuel fill, and I think I put about 50 gallons because I know it was being shipped, so I didn't want to put any more than that in there. And then I do have a tester that I tested all these. I plug in, so I know all these work. This is your right here, your battery charger, and then right in here, boy, they put them on tight. What the heck did they do? Glue them down, man. Anyway, there's a seacock valve in there that you need to leave open like this, so you can pump these out. It's on a switch over here that pumps this one out, and then you got another switch that pumps that one out. You close the valve and the water will stay in here. You can't pump it out. It's got the good drain south bailing deck, so all the water goes up the gutter. Same thing with here, I believe. Yep, it goes through here into here, so it should, everything should go on the outside. I don't see these trays are here. You got a good drain in the corner, which is smart, instead of pulling it up there. So actually, it's very unlikely you should ever have water in that bilge. I mean, because this is tucked in and everything. I mean, everything for water rundown. I mean, did a good job. Anyway, fillet table, that was done really nice as well. And that's so stout there, you could even add, if you wanted to, some hand lines. Make you a pop up here with some hooks on it for your hand lines. And then here, we'll just turn these on here. Don't turn them on the yellow. Make sure these are all popped up, not popped down, because sometimes you won't be able to start it. They put the batteries up high on the tray, which is smart. And you got your one each on the starters in a house. There's your separators right there. Your primer left, or right, left, and kicker. There's your wash down pump, and down up underneath here, that's how these should come off. There's a seacock valve, and that's if you spring a leak from there down in, you can shut the water off so it doesn't come inside, you know, when you got a lot of water in your bilge. And you pop that, you got a seal on it. That's the next nice thing they did. Pop that. See, that's how that should come off. See that valve? Now if that's closed, open, shut that way, that means that when you hit the macerator, it ain't gonna get the water out of there. So you wanna leave that thing open. These don't have to be super tight. And the wash down switch is on that. No water in it. Perfect. And look at that winch system, huh? And then there's a plug, okay. You shouldn't really get any water in here, and again, any water in here is going to go right off the self bailer. You can leave the plug in or take it out, that's up to you. But that's another nice thing with this. Oh, whoa, it didn't slam and smang on you. Okay, he's using this actually for, he must be getting a dinghy. But you could actually use it for a crab puller too, actually. Because he got this arm, you can put a pulley on the outside. But he's got this for probably to lift up a dinghy up on top and put it down, but that's beefy. This one here is for your kicker. And that's fuel injected, so all you do is make sure that thing's in neutral like that. Just turn the key, let it start. Don't sit there and give it any gas, because that's fuel injected. That's a 25. And you pop that up, that's to get to the fuel tank. Then you get up over here. Courtesy lights, that turns these underneath lights on. And then you got your horse down. I can hear it. These are all spares all the way here. Okay, so the only thing which is weird, you call me silly, huh? You know, when I had this out, I didn't check this. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on, let them warm up. And there's your antenna. You make sure that's up when you do your GPS, as your and I calibrated that. There's your raft lift, your Lowrance. You know, that kind of bothers me now. Huh. That's weird. Because normally they have them back here. Huh. Well, I better write that in my notes. Then just hit accept. Now you need that front unit on there to get your radar overlay and your sonar to work. See how I got this? You don't get no depth right there. Okay, so you come up here. I'm gonna go ahead and fire this one up, and then you got this 600 chip in here. You have to have one chip in this one. Then you don't put a chip in this one and that one back there, because if you do, it's going to take forever and it may not even load that card. But if you just want to run one unit, then you could put that chip back there and just run it off of that back. I put the chips right here in a bag, one of these bags. Spare keys. There's your drain plug. Hope they didn't lose the chips now. It was in this one. There they are. That's the other chips for this one. Would you like to delete the old one? Yes, accept. Okay, not now, not now, close, not now. Okay, so those are going, and I've already checked all these, and I got a checker, USB port, 12 volt. I'm gonna let these things warm up. See how it hasn't loaded your satellites up yet? That one chip takes, see how it says loading charts? That takes a while. Okay, for the heater, you hit this, then you go down to where it says right there, then you just hold this, long press, take your fingers off. It's gonna take about 15 minutes. You'll hear it kind of going up, low voltage. And sometimes, yeah, we're down to 11 volts, actually. So that's pretty low with everything off. So sometimes your radar autopilots and stuff will start going out, like when it gets down to 10, your screen will start getting dim, and then you'll start losing your sonar and stuff like. If that happens, yeah, see right here, loading charts, connect to Wi-Fi, loading charts. Right there, boom. And you shouldn't have to have Wi-Fi to do that. But see now how this one already loaded it, but this one didn't yet. So now if I go out on here, there you go. See how you got the mathematics there, high intensity with contours and spot depths, and the red shading. This is high depth shading format that I set it on. You can clear cursor, that bring you right back where you're at. And again, like loading connected to hotspot Wi Marina, but loading chart. So it's trying to do two things at one time. But again, be patient, that will load. I'm just gonna take time for information to go back and forth. I'm gonna go like this. I'll see if this back one's working. And then we wanna go back to here. We'll go back to here. Go back to menu, go to charts. And go into this, carbon copy, and just let it do a thing. Actually, I just want charts. There you go. Then more options. CMAP 200, there it went, popped up, see? Popped up. So these two units especially, now if I go over here, see how I got it set up the same? And then you can zoom in on it. So I spent some time on it. It took me a while. I already put your speed over ground, depth, water temp, heading, latitude and longitude. And this is that CMAP N8Y200. So you just got to be patient with that. Same thing here, your depth finder's working, and I set all your numbers up on that. You hit this, you can zoom in or out on that. Right there, and see, there's your waypoints on that one, right? So you clear your cursor, you want to get rid of that, you just go to menu, more options, chart options, should have where it says navigation. Whoop, charts, back, measure, find, overlay, radar options. And then transmit B, and then we're going to have radar overlay on top of that. But I don't know why this one, go to new, find, radar, more options, look ahead. I should be able to go into my waypoints and clear that. But there's your radar overlay on top of that, so all those are getting that. Right there, and chart CMAP's back. Okay, overlay, measure, clear cursor. So the only one I got a waypoint on is that one, and if you go into here, you should be able to go into here, go into waypoints,